All right, today we're going to start our next lesson on area and perimeter. So you have your area and perimeter packet. Let's take a look and turn to page 5. So yesterday you did page 4, you did numbers 2 through 9 on page 4. Today we're going to start on page 5. All right, so let's just review what the perimeter of a shape is. If you remember, perimeter is the distance around a shape. The distance around a shape. And to find it, we add all sides together. Okay? And remember, sometimes those sides will be split into square units. Sometimes they'll just give you a shape with 2 of the sides if it's a perfect rectangle. Today we are looking at a little irregular shapes. So to do this, we're going to count up the sides. Remember, each box is worth 1 unit, so we count around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And the perimeter of this shape is 12 centimeters. Let's look at letter B. To count these, I sometimes will draw over the top of it, or I might make a etch in the side to remember that I've counted it. Okay. Remember, each side is 1 unit. Each section is 1 unit. So to find the perimeter of a shape like this, we're going to count each unit side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the perimeter of this is 10. Then if we look at this staircase, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And if these were measured in centimeters, we would say centimeters for our label for those. Let's look at this next shape, letter D, and we're going to again do the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so the perimeter is counting around the outside. It would be like seeing how much fence you need to put up if you're putting a fence in your backyard, how much fence I needed to put up for my pasture, maybe how many Christmas tree lights you need to hang up if you're putting them around the outside of your house. We use perimeter when we're trying to find, put ribbon on a package or string on a package. We need to find perimeter when we're building a house and we're trying to put baseboards around the floors in every room. So perimeter comes in very handy in the real world. It's a good skill to know. If you don't cover the perimeter of a shape, you're going to have gaps. You're going to have holes. Okay. Let's try letter E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we could also mark these sides. So we could say this was 2 across, 3 down, 3 wide, 2, and then each of these were 1. And we could take those and add them up. So we could say 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1, and we would get the same thing when we add the same 12. Okay, let's try letter F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 again. And let's try letter H down below. Okay, 3 across the top, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. Now let's look at the next page. Let's look at page 6. So turn to page 6. We're going to keep looking at perimeter, but this time they give us some missing parts. They give us the perimeter, and they want us to know what one of the sides is based on that. So here it says determine the value of L. The lengths are in centimeters, but they're not to scale. Okay, so they tell us that the perimeter is 26 for this whole shape. That means around the outside it's 26. We only know that one side is 9. Well, that's going to mean the opposite side is also 9. And then we have 2 sides that we're going to label L. So in this case, 9 plus L plus L is going to equal 26. Okay, that means we know 9 plus 9, that's 18. That means 18 plus L, we can call that like 2L. So we have two sets of L, right? So 18 plus 2L is 26. Now, we want to know, what is this missing part in here? Well, to do that, let's subtract. We'll leave 2L on this side because that's going to be equal to 26 minus 18. And 26 minus 18 is 8. Okay, so that means two sets of L is 8. This plus this equals 8. That means, well, what's 8 divided by 2? Okay, that means L is equal to 4. So 4 and 4 here. So 4 plus 9 is 13, plus 4 is 17, plus 9 is 26. That gives us our total. But notice how this was actually an algebra problem that we had to try and break down to find that missing piece. Okay, if we take a look here for number 2, we have 8. Our total perimeter is 24. So 8 plus 8 on the other side. And then we have our two missing sides of L. Okay, so 8 plus 8 plus that 2L is, plus 2L is going to give us 24, those two side lengths. Okay, well, 8 plus 8 is 16, right? And then we have the two L's, right? The two sides that are L, and that's 24. So the two L's, or the L, we can call that L plus L, right, is equal to, what's 24 minus 16? Well, 24 minus 16 is 8. So again, we have 2L equals 8, so 1L would be 4, or half of 8 is 4, okay? That one was a little, you know, we had different numbers, but our answer ended up being the same with the perimeter that they gave us. Let's go down and let's look at number 8. Can you look at number 8 with us? Now we have a perimeter of 20, and we have 8 as one side. We know that the opposite side is going to be 8 because it's a perfect rectangle. We have one side is L, which means the other side is L. So total, we're going to have 8 plus L plus L, and that's going to be 20. Okay, well, 8 plus 8 is 16. So we have 16 plus L is 20. Okay, well, if I take 20 and I subtract off 16, that means I have L plus L, my two missing sides, is going to be equal to 4 because I take 20 minus 16. So what plus what? Two same numbers equals 4, right? Or we could say 2L equals 4. And now if I take 2 and I take 4 divided by 2, or 2 times something gets me 4, I know L is going to be equal to 2. Okay, those were a little trickier type of problems to find that perimeter when we're given a perimeter and missing sides. But remember, all 4 sides are going to equal 20, and we know in a rectangle opposite sides are equal, so that helps us find that. Let's look at number 12. We're going to try one more. 28 is our total perimeter. We know that this is one side of our perimeter is 7. The opposite side is 7. Okay. Then we have L and L. So we're going to say L plus 7 is equal to 28. Well, 7 plus 7 is 14, right? And that's going to still be, so L plus L, we'll call that 2L, okay, plus 14 is 28. Let's subtract off 14 and from 28, and we still get 14. So 2L is equal to 14, which means half of 14, or just one of those L's, is 7. So if we take a look and we have 7 in here, notice this was a perfect square, okay? And if you're given one side of that And we needed to do the work to find that. But remember, 7 times 4, if they're all equal, is 28. Okay, let's take a look at page 7. Now they give us an area, and they want us to find the missing side. This is actually a little simpler than the perimeter, because if they give us the area, remember, area is how much fits inside an object, okay, or a shape. So how much fits inside? Well, area, remember, we find by length times width. So if we have length times width, that gives us our area. Well, here they give us the area. They give us the 9, and they say 9 is equal to 3 times what? What's my missing length? So we need to know our basic facts here. 3 times something gets me to 9. So if I count up by 3s, 3, 6, 9, I get L is equal to 3. And that gets me to 9. Now remember, if you're not sure, you could use your multiplication chart. Okay, you don't need to pull it out if you don't need to, but we could go down our 3's to see what gets us to the 9. Because we have a 3 here, right? So we know we're working with our 3's facts. Our answer is 9, so we need to find that down below. And then we're going to go over and see that it matches up with a 3. So 3 times 3 equals 9. Number 2, they give us the area of 12. We say 2 times L is 12. So 2 times what? Well, count up by 2's. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. L would equal 6 here, okay? Number 7, we have an area of 56, and we say 7 times L is 56. Well, 7 times what is 56? 7 times 8 is 56, because remember, guys, on our chart, if I go down my 7's to get to 56, that matches up with 8. Okay, so 8 is my missing factor. For number 4, we have an area of 6, and so 6 equals 3 times L. So 3 times what is 6? 3 times 2 is 6. Number 5, we have an area of 60. So 60 equals, and one side is 10, times L. We're finding L. So 10 times what is 60? L, in this case, would equal 6. Okay, and we can do that for all of these. You need to know your basic facts though, right? For number 6, 54 equals 6 times L. Well, 6 times 9 equals 64. Equals 54. So we need to know that basic fact. And as long as you know the total and you know one of the sides, you can find the missing part. 20 for number 7 equals 10 times L. 10 times what? 10 times 2 equals 20. Number 8, 35 equals 5 times L. Well, 5 times 7 equals 35, so L equals 35. Okay, these are all basic multiplication facts that can help us find that basic missing side. So number 9, 40 equals 8 times L. Well, in this case, L is 5. 8 times 5 is 40. Number 10, 70 equals 10 times L. 10 times 7 is 70, okay? Or I could say 70 divided by 10 equals 7, right? Those are my fact families. Number 11, 12 equals 4 times L. My missing part, L, is 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Number 12, 42 equals 6 times L. 6 times 7, L equals 7, is 42. Number 13, 14 equals, here's my width, 7 times my length, finds my total area. So 7 times 2, my missing part is 2, equals 14. Number 14, 63, equals 9 times L. L equals, in this case, 7. And remember, use your multiplication chart if you're not sure. These should be getting memorized. These are facts that should be memorized in 4th grade. But if you're not sure, make sure that you use your chart. And the last one, 36, equals 4 times L. L in this case would be 9. Okay? What I want you to do, I want you to flip to the last page of the packet, page 8. And today, your job is to do all of these problems on page 8. So you're going to work with area and perimeter. You're going to find the area and perimeter of each shape. So remember, area is length times width. Perimeter, we add the sides. Okay? And remember, they only give you 2 of the sides, so you need to know the opposite side is equal. So this side will be 5, the bottom will also be 12. Okay, so you're going to do page 8. You're going to do the whole page. Okay, so that's 5 problems. 5 problems on this last page.